Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. It's another beautiful day today in paradise, my friends. How did the British colonize the minds of Caribbean and African people, my friends? How did the British colonize the mind of Africans and Caribbean people? In this video today, I will explain to you how exactly the British colonized the minds of Africans and Caribbean people for hundreds of years. It is simple. They colonized the minds of the people by using education, the educational system. They colonized the minds of the people by using religion, number two. And the final one, they colonize the minds of the people by using the media. I will explain to you exactly in this video how did they use the educational system, the media, and religion to colonize the minds of the people. First of all, the educational system, my friends. How did that start? Many of the educational systems in place today that is in the Caribbean and Africa started way back during colonization. What do we mean by colonization? Colonization is the period after slavery when the Europeans, the British, the French, the Spanish ruled the Caribbean islands and Africa. And they were like masters of the land. And they used us to exploit resources, free labor. And after slavery, they came up with a system called the colonization system, where we would be under them still, but have no power, no identity, no power to do anything. So they created the educational system after slavery for us. And in that educational system that they have, they didn't teach any skills, real life skills. Look at the educational system today. Most of the things we learn at school are totally different to what is happening in the real world. Do you realize, for example, in school, you learn a lot of textbook education, and when you leave school, it's almost like you have to learn again, because what is happening in the real world is not being taught in the schools. Why? Because it's a colonized educational system created to control you, to control the minds. So by the time you go to school, from preschool to primary school to secondary school, all the way up to university, many of our people come out of the school system. The only thing they would have learned to do is to conform, is to listen and obey. What do I mean by that? When you're in school, the teacher is there telling you exactly what to do. Listen and obey. We're going to take notes. We're going to teach you this. You need to come to school at 8 o'clock. You need to have break at 10 o'clock for 15 minutes. You're going to have lunch for 12 o'clock for an hour. Then you can go home after you would have completed a certain amount of hours in school. Now, when you finish school and you go into the world of work, it's the same thing. You have to reach work by 8 o'clock. Then you can take a break, drink some water, whatever. Then you can have lunch for an hour, and then you can go home after you would have finished working for 8 hours. So the only thing the school system currently created by the Europeans are doing now is to train our people to conform into the world of work. It's not teaching you any new skills. It's not teaching you how to survive, real life survival skills, how to survive in the real world. None of that, my friends. And most Caribbean islands and African countries today they still have that same system. So it doesn't matter how many subjects you pass, how well you do at school. When you come out, you still have to wait for someone to give you a job. You go to your job, you work 8 hours a day. They tell you when you can go home. Same thing. That was created by the British and the Europeans to control our people forever. But how can we change this, my friends? We can change it by creating our own new educational system that teach our people real life skills, real skills, how they can survive in the real world. I saw a video the other day in China. They're teaching primary school children how to lay blocks, lay bricks inside the classroom, how to do electrical work, plumbing work inside the classroom. So when those students would have finished school, they go straight into the world of work. No problem. They can even work for themselves. That is what I talk about, real life skills. The computer, digital media. What I'm doing right now, I'm talking to you via YouTube, the internet, research. All of that we need to teach our students inside the school right now. So when they finish school, they don't need a job. They can work on their own. They can create their own employment, or they can create their own business. But that is not being taught in school. We need to change it to that, my friends. Number two, religion. This has been a controversial topic, my friends. But I will explain to you exactly how religion is used to control our people. I went to university in the UK for 4 years, and the university lecturer told me that religion was created and used as a control mechanism. I can never forget that. The lecturer was up on the board showing all type of models, and he told me, he's a white man, a white British man, and he said straight to me, us in the classroom, religion was created as a control mechanism. And I could never forget that, my friends. And when I look around, I can see exactly how it is being used to control our people. Remember when we came, when we were stolen and brought to the Caribbean, and even in Africa, those are brothers and sisters still on the continent of Africa. They have been colonized as well. We used to practice African spirituality. Now we are Christians, we are Catholic, we are Methodist, we are Seventh-day Adventists, we are Baptists, we are Anglican, all sorts of denomination. But how do they use that exactly? Look in the book that they gave us, all the religious texts and so the paintings they have of Jesus. They have a white Jesus, and that is powerful. White Jesus is very powerful, because if you believe that Jesus is white and the devil is black, then every time you see a white person, you would automatically say, oh, that is a holy person. That's a good person. And when you see your brothers and sisters, it will come to you like, oh, maybe that's a demon. That's bad. Black is bad. That is how they use religion, because all the pictures of the devil and black and dark, you see the darkness of hell, all of that. So, and then you see Jesus is white as snow, heaven is white, white pearly gates. So that play on the minds of our people. How the mind work is that whatever you take in, the imagery you take in, when you see the same thing in real life, you would automatically think that it is good. So if you believe, if you would have seen white Jesus growing up, all white pictures of all the disciples are white, whenever you see white people now, automatically you will think they are holy, they are good. And that is what they use to come to the Caribbean as white investors. Or most of the investors that come to the Caribbean are normally white people. And that is why they are welcomed in Africa. They are welcomed in the Caribbean, because our people would have been colonized. Their minds would have been colonized to believe that. So what we need to do is to change that system, my friends. Change that system. And how do we change it? We change it by doing what I'm doing right now. First, in order to change something, you need to know how the thing operates, my friends. Media, that is the final one. Media. How is Europe and America using the media to colonize the minds of the people, my friends? Traditional media before the internet, media is slowly becoming very broad now. Traditional media, you used to see all the bad news about Africa. All the good people are Caucasian white Europeans. All the beautiful places are in Europe and America. All the bad places are in Africa. That is what they show us on the media over and over again. Even every picture book you see of a family, you see a nice white European family. You would never see all the textbooks they gave us in school is white people you see in the textbooks. It's only recently things are beginning to change. And things are changing now because of the internet. We now have internet. We have YouTube. You are watching me through YouTube, through the internet. And now we can speak to each other. Lots of information is out there about the truth, how our people, our ancestors in Africa were great people. We built the pyramid. We had our own spiritual system, our own way of life. We were successful people. We had empires in Africa, kingdoms in Africa. When they came into Africa, they met a civilization in Africa. They destroyed that civilization and enslaved our people, burn our kingdoms, destroy our family, scatter us throughout the world, my friends. But those days are over. We now have the media, YouTube and the internet. We now have information. So information will change this whole system that was used to control our people. Colonization will be destroyed, my friends, because of this media. And that is the good news that I'm bringing to you today. This is why the mission of my channel is to bridge the gap between Africa and the Caribbean islands. We are one people separated by slavery and colonialism. But of course, we're coming back together as one people. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with all your friends and family, and comment your thoughts under this video. Let's have an interactive conversation, my friends. Hope you enjoyed this video, and that is the reason how the British and the Europeans colonized the world. Religion, education, and media. But through media, we can change the educational system through media, and we can develop our own spiritual system that will help our people to become stronger, to become wiser, to become wealthier, to become kinder, to work together as one. Let us bridge the gap between Africa and the Caribbean. My name is Bjorn, and thank you for watching my channel. I'm in the beautiful Caribbean island nation of St. Kitts and Nevis. It's a beautiful sunny day today, my friends. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Much love.